One of the questions that regularly arises in the context of sectional title scheme management is, to what extent is the body corporate and/or the trustees responsible to ensure the safety of owners, occupiers and other persons who are legally on the common property? If a tenant strikes a trustee, is the body corporate responsible for that trustee's damages, their medical expenses? If one owner crashes into another's car, can the owner of the damaged car sue the body corporate? If a motorbike is stolen from an exclusive use parking bay, is the body corporate's insurer on the line? Is the body corporate responsible to owners, tenants or other persons on the common property to ensure the safety of their cars, their motorbikes, their possessions that are legally parked or placed on common property? And what about exclusive use areas? Because those are also common property. Is the body corporate obliged to control children playing when this could be a danger to themselves or to others? Must its rules include speed limits? Must it watch and enforce these? What happens when one occupier's dog bites another occupier's child? The body corporate's obligation is to manage and administer the common property, and the rules may well be amended by owner decision, for example, by prohibiting the discharge of firearms, skateboarding, or speeding, so as to control behavior where some danger is apparent. And the management of the common property may also involve the maintenance of security systems. But these functions or features do not mean that the body corporate automatically undertakes a responsibility to ensure the safety of persons or their property in the scheme. When people suffer a loss, they often look around to see who can they claim from. If the insurance won't pay, can they perhaps claim from the body corporate? Some people make the assumption that because the body corporate is statutorily responsible to maintain the common property and the trustees must manage its operations, the body corporate automatically has some form of liability for safety and security generally. People say, well, I don't know who stole my car, but somebody got it out of the complex without my permission, and they may in fact have got into the scheme by avoiding the security system's controls. So clearly the trustees didn't do their job, and I'm going to claim from the body corporate. They may say, well, there was no stop sign at the end of this internal road, or you didn't impose a speed limit, and the result of that was that my child was knocked over by a car, or a car smashed into my car, and you haven't fulfilled your responsibility to me. Well, the body corporate is responsible to manage and control the common property, but it's not liable for the safety of individuals or for the integrity of their possessions. The fact that owners decide to add security features or make rules to reduce risks doesn't mean that the body corporate becomes liable automatically if these do not work to protect people or their property. When some person wrongfully does something that causes harm, the harmed person has a claim against the wrongdoer, but the body corporate is not automatically to blame. And if there are circumstances in which the body corporate can be held responsible, for example, because a trustee did something wrong while acting in that capacity, then it must be borne in mind that all the owners are going to be ultimately financially responsible. The body corporate isn't some dislocated third party that can be held liable without this impacting all owners. One tends to think of the insurance company as dislocated. Well, it doesn't hurt us if they have to pay some more. It's not the case with the body corporate. Where there's an obvious danger on scheme property, clearly the trustees should try to get owner agreement to make rules and to undertake expenses that will prevent accidents and loss of property. But the body corporate is not automatically responsible for the behavior of owners, for occupiers or outsiders who can come in at invitation or without invitation, and who personally or via their dogs or children harm other people or damage or steal their property. Thank you for joining me.